All right, so we're getting into a phone battle with the Galaxy Z Flip 3 versus the iPhone 12 on camera and overall performance. Now, the Z Flip 3 is an expensive device. It starts at $1,000, while the iPhone 12 starts at $800. Now, both phones feature premium build quality, have unique features, excellent cameras, and are powered by flagship chipsets. Now, as we argue this, if you guys could tap the like button on this video, I would greatly appreciate it. Want to start things off talking about design on both phones. Now, the Z Flip 3 and iPhone 12 might not have a lot in common in terms of design, but both phones are comfortable to hold, considered compact devices, especially the Z Flip 3, which is foldable, and honestly, it's just really cool. So I'm just going to fold this thing. One of the coolest things about it, honestly. Okay, so although the iPhone 12 is smaller, the Z Flip 3 is still considered compact. It weighs slightly more and it's taller than the iPhone 12. So in terms of thickness as well, when you fold the Z Flip 3, it's like 17.1 millimeters. So it's a little bit thicker, obviously, but it's also a little bit easier to carry around because when you fold it, it's just like a lot smaller. Now, I'm going to get straight into the cameras here. Both phones do have 12 megapixel back cameras. I have a Jason Voorhees coffee mug picture. I took exactly the same picture here, so we're going to just compare it. And honestly, like, looking at this one example, the image is pretty comparable on both phones. The one thing I will say about the Z Flip 3 when it comes to like the zoom features for close-up pictures, I would say it's slightly better on the Samsung phone, right? But other than that, I mean, cameras, both phones do the 4K video recording at 60 frames per second as well. So video, picture quality, it's really close. Now, the next thing here I'm going to do is talk about the performance on both phones, right? So, when we're looking at the chipsets on these phones, they can both run high graphic games, use multiple applications simultaneously, and do a lot more than that. But I did want to start things off here throwing up Into the Dead 2, which is a first-person zombie shooter. So I'm going to play it on both phones. We'll also check the loudness as well, kind of compare that a little bit. And then we'll also play some Alto's Odyssey. Now, when I'm done doing this, I'm going to give you my final thoughts on which phone makes more sense to buy. And the other thing I forgot to even mention here is when it comes to the displays. So the Z Flip 3, it's got a 6.7-inch Super AMOLED 2X display, and then you got this 6.1-inch XDR OLED display on the iPhone 12. But the Samsung phone is just so cool, especially for gaming, which you're going to see. So let's check some of this out for probably like a couple of minutes, and then, yep. Okay, so I absolutely love that game, but we're going to play one more game here, which is going to be Alto's Odyssey, so let's check this out. Okay, so now comes the tricky question, which phone should you buy? Now, the iPhone 12 does start at $800, so it is slightly cheaper. The other thing, too, is it can do most things as the Z Flip 3 without a problem, and it's going to continue to be updated for at least 4 or 5 more years, right? On the flip side, the Galaxy Z Flip 3 is probably one of the coolest devices to come out this year, especially from Samsung. And honestly, like, the folding feature is awesome. You know, it's got that big display that's great for gaming, watching video. And, you know, the processor on it is very high-end as well. It's actually, you know, considerably faster than the iPhone 12. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this. Like I said, it is tough, but if I was going to choose between these two, I would probably pick up the Z Flip 3 because the phone is just that cool. All right, hope you guys enjoyed this. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.